gente. Today we're going to talk about the present tense, how to learn it, right? So when it comes to the present tense, there's a variety of skills. When it comes to verbs just in general that we need to get a handle on, right? First is the fact that conjugation exists. That for us coming from English is like shocking just because we don't see it, right? We have it technically, but like it's the difference between saying I take and he takes, that S at the end for he and she, for the most part, right? I think the best example of conjugation in English is the verb of to be, right? If we look at this, I am, you are, he is, we are, they are, right? It looks nothing like to be, absolutely nothing alike, right? And it's also very wrong to say you am, he is, or I are, right? Very wrong. For us as native speakers, that seems terribly wrong, right? That is all verb conjugation is, right? Is that pairing of a subject, I, you, he, with the verb, am, are, is. And any not correct combination of that is wrong. He, am, he, are, wrong. You, am, you, is, wrong. I, are, I, is, right? Wrong. I am, you are, he is. So the options. In Spanish, this happens with all verbs, all the time, all tenses, and it changes for every single person. So there's a little bit more complex than to be, right? So step number one that we need to do is we need to just learn the conjugations. I typically set them up like this, in this little cross box, right? With one corner for yo, one quarter for nosotros, two right here, el, ella down here, ellos, ellas, and just learn the endings, right? You should be able to recite these off the top of your head immediately. Present tense endings, o, as, a, amos, an. Perfect. ER endings, o, es, a, amos, en. Good. IR, o, es, a, imos, en. Perfect. O, as, a, amos, an. O, es, a, amos, en. O, es, a, imos, en. Right? You should be able to recite that in your sleep. From there, go pick the top 50 verbs, or top 100 verbs, if you want my 100 most common verbs list in Spanish. Go ahead and comment below, I'll send it to you, right? And just practice. Just pick 5 that are AR, and just practice it. Ayudar, ayudo, ayudas, ayuda, ayudamos, ayuda. Perfect. Parar, to stop. Yo paro, I stop. Tú paras, you stop. Él para, he stops. Nosotros paramos, we stop. Ellos paran. Good. Do 4 or 5 of that until you feel very comfortable with what we're doing here. The conjugations that you're just putting the endings where they need to be, right? You're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the idea. We can just get rid of the subject and just say, for example, termino, terminas, termina, terminamos, termina. Right? Do it for the ERs, do it for the IRs. Get comfortable with that idea, right? From there, I want you to start making short, sweet, simple little sentences. I walk in the park. Yo camino en el parque. Good. And my suggestion is just focus on yo. Focus on yo until you get the idea down, and then go back in and start doing it with others. So you go back and you're reviewing verbs. Yo paro el carro. I stop the car. Right? Yo hablo con mi mamá. I speak with my mom. Perfect. Great. We just get some basic little sentences. Right? Fantastic. On to the next step, which is to practice the conjugations but without writing them down. So just looking at the verb and being like, okay, mira, miro, miras, mira, miramos, mira. Cool. Comer. Como, comes, come, comemos, come. Great. Abrir. Abro, abres, abre, abrimos, abre. Good. Just practice that. Right. At this point, I would also make sure, especially in Spanish, that you feel comfortable with what verbs are go verbs. Tengo, hago, vengo, digo. Right? And also with the ZCO verbs. Permanezco, traduzco. Now once we practiced our conjugations, feel comfortable with that, right? We're going to practice just spoken short sentences, right? Just thinking in your head, okay, what can I say, right? Just look around for inspiration. Like right now I'm sitting in my house, right? And I'm looking at the kitchen, right? So I can go, okay, yo cocino huevos. I cook eggs. Great. That's definitely something I could say. Yo preparo café. I prepare coffee, right? Yo limpio la cocina. I clean the kitchen. Just basic little sentences. Trying to pull words out of the memory bank to use it in sentences, right? Yo paro el perro, right? Yo ayudo la ardilla, right? I helped the squirrel, right? Pull out words, but try and make them into logical sentences. You're just sitting there thinking. And from there, it's just a matter of writing and speaking longer sentences. Learning connector words to be able to put sentences together. That's things like or and however, also, later. Those like connector words. And then from there, you go on and learn other tenses. You learn a little bit about storytelling, right? And you look at the various ways here now that you can use the present tense, which is to state objective facts. It's raining, or he's tall, or she cleans houses, whatever it may be, right? You can use it once you know the days of the week. Talk about things you do repeatedly. For example, I play basketball on Saturdays. I sing in the choir on Sundays, right? Whatever it may be, right? Those are the two primary categories, right? I visit my grandparents in August. I travel to Costa Rica in May, right? Indicate things you do repeatedly each year, once a week, once a month, whatever it may be. They're just a matter of practicing, thinking more, speaking more, hearing it. And you're well on your way to Spanish mastery. If you like this video, give it a like. Click here to watch the prior video. If you have any comments or anything you struggle with, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.